You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and Beautiful fans, I've got spoilers for September and beyond as we see Hope Logan with a new man and Taylor Hayes with a shocking secret that rocks friends and family when it comes out. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dive into what's ahead next week and the rest of fall as B&B heats up. So we finally put Luna Nozawa behind bars last week, and that opens the doors wide for other storylines to move to the front burner. Before we dive into Hope and Taylor, there are some loose ends to tie off. Although Luna should be serving 20 to life in Supermax, she may end up in a psychiatric hospital instead. With Luna thoroughly exposed and shunned, that leaves her mom, Poppy Nozawa, to pick up the pieces of her life with all eyes on her because her daughter turned out to be a total sociopath. And one of the eyes, technically two of the eyes on her, belongs to Bill Spencer. He talks to Poppy this week when she comes to the house to see where they stand. I imagine Bill is not quite sure where they do stand because it's complicated. His not daughter Luna grabbed him for a lip lock not once but twice. Totally icked him out. I think all of us were icked out too. Plus, kissing Poppy might be a constant reminder for Bill of kissing her daughter. But Poppy wants to keep her man and will fight to stay with him, according to false spoilers. And speaking of fighting, she and Li Finnegan have had a contentious relationship for years. Ironically, many of the things Luna hated about Poppy are the same things Luna that Li disliked in her sister as well. So that's the men, the gold digging, the drugs, the lack of stability in her life, blowing all her talent, having no ambition, the list goes on. But Li's son, Finn, sees that Poppy is reeling and could really use the support of her big sister. So Finn gives Li a nudge, and this fall, according to B&B spoilers, we're going to see Li making a gesture that could help Poppy heal from this trauma and move on with her life. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Li invite her sister to move in with her if things don't work out with Dollar Bill, or he doesn't want her under his roof while he's deciding. That's fair, I think. It'd be great if Li and Poppy could rebuild the sisterly bond that's been broken for so long. And of course, we're going to have a big Bill Spencer storyline as this year closes, because by the last day of this year, Don Diamant is going to be hitting his 40-year anniversary with CBS Daytime. Not his Bold and the Beautiful 40th year, no, because it hadn't been around long enough for that. But if you don't remember, it was December 31st, 1985, when Young and the Restless introduced us to Brad Carlton. He was also quite the roguish hunk like Bill. And Don did a few crossovers to B&B starting in 1993 as Brad, but then Y&R killed off the hunk in 2009. And guess what? Y&R sister soap Bold and the Beautiful was waiting with open arms, and B&B created a whole new character for the hard-bodied hunk. Don debuted as Bill Spencer Jr. in May of 2009 and recently celebrated 15 years on the sister soap as fan favorite Dollar Bill. So they're adding that 25 to 50, giving us 40, and look for a big to-do as this year ends to honor his 4 decades on CBS daytime soap operas. Now, on to more goodies for September and beyond on Bold. First, you can already smell the blood in the water as an old rivalry sparks with a new intensity and a new motive soon. We already had Steffi versus Hope going on, so it's not about them. It's about another rivalry. And yep, you guessed it. It is Brooke versus Taylor, but this time it's not about Ridge, although maybe it should be. Fans noted that Ridge was getting awfully handsy with Taylor at Steffi's house this week. Ridge had his paw on Taylor's thigh, which I bet Brooke would not like at all. Ridge is the king of mixed signals, and this is why they both end up thinking he wants them. So it doesn't look like Ridge is in the middle of a tug of war this time. Instead, the core issue is handsome Dr. John Finnegan. If you are current on your B&B episodes, you know that Brooke just grilled Hope about shutting down her crush on Finn, and Hope insisted that she's got it under control, but Brooke immediately smelled the lie. So we are going to see Hope Logan make yet another play for Finn. He's not into her. He does not want this attention, and he just lost his temper with her after Hope kissed him. Steffi has had just about enough of Hope, both personally and professionally. And by the end of this week, Steffi's on high alert after her mom, Taylor, says Hope can definitely not be trusted, especially not where Finn is concerned. And then Taylor is in a whole mood about Hope targeting Steffi's marriage and speaks up loud and clear. The rivalry between Taylor and Brooke kicks into high gear as each fights for their daughter. But it's painfully clear that Hope is 100% in the wrong, and what she's done is indefensible. Yet Brooke tries to defend it anyway because that's her baby girl. By Friday, Steffi pulls in Carter and Eric because Hope for the Future has been on a downward slide for quite a while, and Forrester Creations can't keep supporting a losing line. So Steffi tells Hope that this time it is over. She is going to close it down, and it looks like there is no hope for the future. Despite Steffi's insistence, Hope is going to swerve another direction because spoilers for this fall have her looking at a new man. The word new is a big deal. That indicates it's not Thomas, it's not Liam, it's not Finn. And the spoiler reads like Hope is looking to this new guy to help stop her line from ending. That's the way I'm reading it. So could be a new love interest, maybe a new designer, but they don't bring in new characters a whole lot. And I think there's still a chance it's somebody else on Bold and the Beautiful that Hope is chasing soon. And I can really only think of one person at Forrester Creations who's not related to her and might have influence to combat Steffi's threat to shut down HFTF. So I'm wondering if Hope is going to get closer to Carter Walton. He is the COO and he helps make financial decisions for FC, and that would be really interesting. And in case you're wondering, the actors Lawrence St. Victor and Annika Noel are only 5 years apart in age, so it works. And even better, they're not related to each other. And that's a small miracle on B&B. All right, before we step away from the Forrester ladies, we need to mention that Taylor Hayes apparently has a stunning reason for coming home that blindsides Ridge and others when it comes out. No word on what it is. I just wonder if Taylor might be seriously ill, which would pull Ridge closer to her and further from Brooke. And speaking of romance, this fall, official spoilers have Will Spencer working on getting his dad away from Poppy and back with his mom, Katie Logan. And I do think Will and Katie both will struggle to accept Poppy's ongoing presence in Bill's life after what her daughter did if Bill tries to keep her around. I mean, it's clear that Poppy had a hand in shaping the murderous young woman that Luna has become. She's not a great mom. Poppy's druggy loose lifestyle made life hard on little Luna. Not that that excuses 2 murders and a third one attempted. We'll also get another look at Tom Arnold as Forrester family private pilot Deuce Stevens. Maybe he'll be the one to fly Paris, Thomas, and Douglas home from Europe for the wedding. And in a bizarre cameo, look for Icelandic rocker Jökull Juliusson and his band Kallio. They will be making music for Brooke's bedroom. And of course, that's in addition to us seeing rocker Danny Romalotti doing some music for the line. It's less than a week until season 38 of Bold and the Beautiful starts next Monday, September 16th. And I know that I am insatiably curious about who Hope is going to set her sights on next and what shocking secret brought Taylor back to town. Drop your comments, subscribe, and come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and that's all of our fall preview spoilers. Look for more bold action right here with me 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.